Welcome to my presentation. In this presentation, we shall see how to represent a matrix, and we'll also try and define what a matrix is. So the way to represent a matrix is as follows. It could be represented as uppercase letters A or B or C or any of those 26 alphabets of the English language with the uppercase letters. It could also be represented by an uppercase enclosed in a bracket like that. A or B or C enclosed in a bracket, and any of the 26 alphabets in the English language. Okay, so that is how we can represent a matrix. A matrix can also be represented by the elements as follows: A, I, J within brackets like that, and then B, I, J within brackets like that, or C, I, J within brackets like that, and then these are lowercase letters. A, B, C are lowercase letters. So these are, and then in here, I is the ith row, and J is the jth column. J is the jth column. So just to explain this a little bit more, if A is a matrix, if it has elements of this type, 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm just taking a simple example. This has the horizontal ones are the rows, R1, R2, those are the rows, and the vertical columns, those are the columns. C1, C2 are the columns. So depending upon the number of rows and number of columns a particular matrix has, the size is we can determine the size of that. So since it has 2 rows and 2 columns, we call the size of this matrix is 2 by 2. So in here, if I were to come back in here and say represent, I can also represent this one as A11, A12, A21, and A22, and this represents this way of representing is we are representing each element. In here, A11 is element 1, A12 is element 2, A21 is element 3, and A22 is element 4. A11 is indicating that it is first row, first column. A12 is indicating it is first row, second column. A21 is indicating it is second row, first column, and A22 is indicating to us it is second row, second column. The first number always represents the row, the second number always represents the column. So that is the way the matrices are represented in this manner. So let us define what a matrix is. So a matrix can be defined as an arrangement of elements with m rows and n columns. Let me write that out here. So for example, if I were to have elements in a matrix like this, A11, A12, A13, all the way to A1n, and the second row, if the elements are A21, A22, A23, all the way to A2n, as you can see, the first number A11 means it is in the first row, first column. A12 means it is in the first row, second column, all the way to A1n. It is in the first row, nth column. And then similarly, A21 is in the second row, first column, and then A2n is in the second row, nth column. And then we can always expand this all the way to AM1, AM2, AM3, all the way to AMN, like that. And if we can enclose these in these big brackets here, and as you can see here, we have these are all rows. These are all rows. Row 1, row 2, all the way to row M. It has M rows and it has n columns. So if I represent C as column, this is column 1, column 2, column 3, column 1, column 2, column 3, all the way to we have Cn, column n. So a matrix Aij can be represented as I rows and j columns. So this particular matrix is represented as M by n matrix. The size of this matrix is m rows and n columns. Okay. In my next presentation, we shall see some simple definitions related to matrices.